What's up, everybody? This stack is so heavy to hold, it's causing me to not be able to make it through this video. Just such a heavy list of people that I'm going to shout out here in a moment. This is Jason, Zombie Collector. I'm looking at you, Zombie Collector. And I am doing a response video for a giveaway for MikeO. 3,500 subscribers to MikeO, and I'm one of those subscribers. Actually, while I'm just going to look this up while I have it right here. I want to see where he's at this very moment. 3,585 subscribers as of January 7th, 2019. That is a boatload of subscribers. So, as I've said before, I don't know if I said this on a MikeO subscriber video contest, but I've said it before in multiple other venues that MikeO is one of the very first guys I've ever came across when I first got into this about over a year ago now, year and a change. I was impressed by his knowledge about all the things that he did on his channel. He just has a little bit of everything for everybody. So if you didn't like one thing, he has another. And he's one of the very few guys that really kind of cover all the bases. I'm not telling anybody anything they don't already know, but he does box breaks and pack breaks. He does set building with like his Phillies top set that he collected every Phillies player ever to be on a Topps card from the inception of the Phillies team to now, if I'm not mistaken. He does PSA slabs. He does autographs. He does TTMs. He does vintage. He does card shows. He does talk shows and everything in between. He does auctions. I'm at 2 minutes in, and it's like, look how much stuff I've discussed that he does. And he just is an amazing guy. He has an amazing talent, and he just has an amazing way of how he presents the materials. And I enjoy it. And he's been like that since the beginning I've been around. And he's one of the great guys that are out there. He hasn't really changed his style whatsoever. He does what he does, and just some people just come to him. So it's kind of awesome to see that he just kind of keeps on keeping on. The formula works for him, and so he doesn't need to change it up at all. And so it's cool for him to do this giveaway contest. So he had 5 questions. I actually had one question broken up in 5 parts. What in 2019 would be the 5 mega cards in your collection that you would like to add, or they're not in your collection currently that you would like to add? And they don't have to be 5 like he was saying, like Mantle 1952 cards. It's going to be just 5 cards. It could be a common card. It could be a card to add to the set. It could be a card you've been chasing for years. So just 5 cards that you would like to add before 2019 ends. So here's my list. And this is coming from, as you all will see, the Beckett Baseball Card Guide for January 2019, the 80 cards from the 1980s. I've been working off this list for a couple of weeks now, and I'm starting to make a little bit of headway. But here are the 5 cards that I would like to add to my collection because I want them anyways, but also for this, my personal registry. The first one is the Don Mattingly 1984 Nestle card. I do not own that, but I would like to own that. The next one is the Greg Maddux 1987 Topps Traded Tiffany. I own the 87 Topps, I believe. I do not own the Topps Tiffany. And I believe I own the Don Mattingly 84 Topps, but I own the Nestle. So there you go. I don't think I own the Topps Traded either, which I think is very expensive. But again, I don't own either one of those 2. That's my first 2. My third one is Cal Ripken Jr. 1982 Donruss rookie card. I recently acquired the Topps with the three dudes on there. But I do not have the Donruss, and I actually like the Donruss the most. I think it's the best looking card of the 82 Ripken Jr. rookies. The fourth is the Del Murphy Error Reverse Negative 1989 Upper Deck. That was a biggie from back in the 1980s and early 90s to get that Del Murphy card. I remember busting tons of packs and never getting it. I kind of still want to bust packs for kicks and giggles because now I can get a Randy Johnson, which I need as well. King Griffey Jr., which I need for the set. So it serves lots of purposes to open packs anyways for kicks and giggles. But it's not very cost effective. So we'll see. But that's the 4th one. And the 5th one is still my big one, my big kahuna, is the Don Mattingly 1984 Donruss rookie card. That's been eluding me since since the '84, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So it's there, and I'm still needing that. So that's my list of the top 5 cards that I would like to add to my collection this coming year. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Obviously, I have about a third of the cards right now. I've already acquired a few of the other cards. I have done some videos on them, yet not to be released, but it's coming down the pike. The next part of the question he said, was at about 5 to 7 shout outs to YouTubers, not just your friends and the people that you really like, but to people that you might not, you're just starting to get to know, newer people in the community. So I have a smattering. I will say that I did pick quite a few of my friends, but you know what? I have to say, guys, it's hard to pick 5 or 7, so I picked 10, and I'm sorry if that disqualifies me. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, that's fine. And even though I picked 10, I still left off people. So I'm already going to just give you a caveat and tell you I am sorry if your name is not on here. Obviously, you know, if your name's not on here, you and I we're still tight. I understand if I don't get a Christmas card from you next year if I did not put your name on here, and I do apologize. It's nothing personal. It's just the 10 people that I want to shout out. There's no rhyme or reason. So I'm just throwing it out there. There's no way you can, it's like picking your favorite kid. You have a favorite kid, but you just can't say it out loud because then you're a bad person. But Mike's making us be bad people by picking 10 people, or 5 to 7, and I still cheated a little bit. But guys, please don't take it personal. I don't take it personal if you're one of my good friends here or whatnot and my name doesn't show up. I don't take it personal. I just will block you and unsubscribe to your channel. That's it. Nothing personal. The first one up is Ray. I Collect Ichiro. He has 236 subs. All these subs are as of today, January 7th, 2019, in the year of our Lord. I Collect Ichiro. Obviously, as the title says, he collects Ichiro cards. I'm an Ichiro collector, and he has an amazing collection. So I just like watching his channel for the pure fact that there's Ichiro cards that I probably will never ever touch with my hand, but at least with my eye I can view and appreciate. So I Collect Ichiro is my one of my choices. Next up is Snoop 12922 coming in with 504 subs. Snoop Xavier is awesome. He does Around the Hobby, and he's been doing quite a few of those episodes since last year. Apparently there's some new things are brewing in 2019, but he's a very genuine guy. He always supports me, and the cool thing about him is that he supported me, and I never even knew how much him and I really have in common and how much we really must get along outside of this. But he's just been nothing but positive vibes and feelings from Snoop since the beginning, and I'm very appreciative of him keeping me always kind of in the forefront of shouting me out or just have nothing but positive things to say. The next one up is Donnie the Murph 398 coming in at 285 subs. Donnie and I, again, a lot of these guys that you're going to see me pop in here, they're guys that show up in my live stream. I do a lot of live streaming, as most of you all probably know who are watching this right now, so this is not coming as a surprise to you. But a lot of these guys come on here, and that's the reason why I feel like a little bit stronger connection with them, because they take the time out of their day to come on there, not just click the like button on my videos, not just to say, hey, nice video and moving on, which is all fine and good, but they want to actually get to know me and get to know each other. It feels like kind of like a community when we all chat on the live streams, and Donnie's one of those guys. The next up is Gary Big Scott at 207 subs. As you probably see, Xavier Snoop is the only guy that even got anywhere near a big number of subs. Everybody else is in that 200 range or lower, roughly. But Gary, another great guy. He's always very supportive of me and my channel. He always has positive things to say. He's always just a guy that comes in there and acts like I can tell he watches my video. Him, Donnie, the rest of these guys I'm going to mention for the most part really want to spend time to like paying attention to what I'm doing. And to me, guys, at the end of the day, I'd rather have a small group of guys that really like to support each other and help each other out in the community and to be there than thousands of people who don't even pay any attention to my stuff or just, whatever, just subscribe to me because they subscribe to me. So I really appreciate people like Gary for being like a true dude, and I appreciate that. Next up is my homie from down under, Z Cuban Collector, live from Miami. Jonathan, clocking in subs at 359. This guy, he sends gifts to my son. He plays Fortnite with my son. I have to block him sometimes because he cusses on there with my kids, so I gotta judo chop him through the interwebs. But he is a great guy, always sending me a care pack. Well, not always sending me, but sending me care packages are actually from the heart. He's sending me kind of stuff that just like the care package video he sent me recently. It's just, I literally almost got teary-eyed, man. It was touching. And I mean, he's a great, genuine guy. And I am glad to call him a friend. So, Jonathan, Cuban Collector. Next up, my brother from up north, the Pittsburgh phenom himself, Bob Johnstone Lewis, clocking subs at 248 subs. We all know the love story between Bob and I. That I don't need to get into that. But he is the very first guy I ever met off of here from YouTube. He came around a couple weeks ago, brought his family. If that doesn't tell you that we're comfortable with one another, and we really feel like we can be honest and we're brothers, when you bring your family around, I don't know what does. And when you can, and I can open my home up to his wife and two little girls, that just says a lot about Bob. That also makes me feel good as just a normal, just regular dude that I have a friend in Bob, and I know that if I needed something, Bob would be there for me. And I mean, I just feel that with my every fiber of my being. And this could also be said for Hidden Gem at 253 subs, Raphael. One of the best guys, true enthusiasm on YouTube, getting care packages. It's like, I don't know if a lot of guys know this, but he is a middle school football coach. He decides to take his personal time away from his wife and his adult children that are in and around the house because they're Cubans and they all stick together. We all know this. Cuban means family. I've learned this a lot from Angel and Jonathan and Raphael. Cubans and family are like simpatico. They're synonymous. They're just always together. And he's taken away from that with a bunch of kids he doesn't know, and he is a coach for these kids. Some kids don't have fathers or not much of a father. He's taking time out of his day before he goes into work because he works third shift. And he's out on a hot field sweating like, I'm sure, a banshee out there, trying to teach these kids values and morals and the game of football. And I just think that a lot of people don't really recognize what Raphael does on his personal time and what he kind of contributes to that. It just says a lot about him. I mean, as a person, as a man of faith. And I just want to make sure people recognize that he sometimes isn't as involved as he would want to be because he's involved in so many things that are bigger than baseball cards or football cards or whatever. But he is a class act all around, and I cannot stress enough about him being such a great guy. Next up is Nostalgic About Baseball, 186 subs. One of MikeO's statements, we're trying to get some guys that are new to you so you can shout them out. I'm new. I believe I feel bad to even say. I think his name is Kyle, and I could be wrong, and I apologize if that's not correct. But I'm new to his channel. I've been going back to the archives, as I've talked about a million times. But the cool thing about Nostalgia About Baseball's channel is he takes baseball card packs from 10, 15, 20 years ago, breaks them and shows them. It's nothing flashy, but me being a Gen X wax breaker myself, I can appreciate that. And I've been going through his videos trying to get caught up, but I've been loving what I see on his channel. Keep it up, brother. And I'm sorry if I got your first name wrong, but I'm trying. Next up is Beantown 62, coming in at 54 subs. Now, I'm new to his channel as well. It is the Sports Cards Kid's grandfather and Stefan's dad, if I'm not mistaken. And this guy is hilarious. I don't even know his first name still. I'm still trying to learn, but I've been going through his videos. But this guy here, he reminds me of a little more of a wild and loose, shooting from the hip Tony psyched on baseball guy. I could have put Tony on here and Alex, Bowman 53. I mean, there's tons of guys I could put on here. But anyways, I don't want to get too far off the rails. But Beantown 62, only 54 subs. Gojiong Ban. And so check him out, man. He does box breaks, pack breaks, vintage, new stuff. He does lots of, he's a big Boston Red Sox fan, as you can tell with Beantown. So he has a lot of, like, he's trying to collect all the 2004 Red Sox signatures from the team that won the World Series. His is a lot of fun because he's just a fun guy. He's a fun guy. Whenever I think about stuffy old dudes, I don't think about Tony. I don't think about Beantown because they're fun guys that like to laugh and goof off. And though they might be a little bit older than myself, just a little bit older than me, I feel like I connect with them on a personal level. And I just appreciate that. It just lets me know, like, hey, when I get to their age, hopefully, I can be as fun and silly and just in tune and connected like they are. And I just really respect that about both those guys. That's Beantown 62. And last, but certainly not least, is Hardball Crazy at 42 subs. I am actually shocked that he doesn't have more subs yet. Maybe it's just because he hasn't got out there as much as I thought he would be already. But this guy puts out video after video after video of quality stuff. I mean, he is vintage, modern. He breaks down different Negro leagues and Japanese baseball players and rookie cards that you can look into, modern day rookie cards, like who to invest in and who not to, people you should be on the lookout for the following year. I mean, like, he has all kinds of stuff. I mean, a lot of the things I think a lot of us would be after. So I'm kind of surprised that he's not more well known, but that's what I'm here to do, to let people know about him. So please check out Hardball Crazy if you can. So that's it, MikeO. I hope you appreciated the video, brother. I appreciate what you do. And thank you so much for just being a stalwart in this community, by being such a great role model and just putting out the great vibes that you do. You know, a lot of us, I'm sure, would like to attain to your level of stardom. But you got to start somewhere, so we're going to start here at the bottom like myself. I'm a bottom feeder trying to just grab your coattails and just trying to hold on tight. But until next time, guys, peace, love, and hair grease. I'm out.